It's the same way with the education system. You have in the poor neighborhoods, they have terrible teachers, terrible education schools, no funding, so they don't have new textbooks, they have old textbooks, they're feeling like crap. They're living in a mess, and it's not a knock to them, it's a mess. And it should piss somebody off enough to see that a human's living in a mess and they can't do anything about it, for that human to say, hey, let me help that person out. We've become so brainwashed and so how do we not have compassion for another human who's suffering? But we don't think it's suffering because we're accustomed to seeing it as normal, because that's what the media portrays, that's what we see. We see that, oh, this is the common thing, so okay, that's how it's supposed to be. Most of the stuff that's happening right now is not supposed to be happening. Like, kids aren't supposed to be attacked with chemical warfare. Kids shouldn't even be homeless. Like, they're brought into this world. An innocent child should not be homeless, should not be hungry, starving. A human, things happen, but they shouldn't even be starving. There should be programs, there should be buildings where if you're homeless, you have this. You're not going to have the best of living, but you're going to survive and you're going to be put in a position to be happy. People who are homeless, yes, they could have even caused their demise. They could have even caused all of that. But they should at least have the opportunity to be happy, to get themselves out of it. You don't knock somebody when they're down. You try to pull them up to help them out. Like, where did it go wrong? Let me love you more. Let me show you some more support. Instead of, oh, you're like that? Oh, it's their problem. Or you're like that? Oh, donate to them. Give them a little penny out of your day. But instead of trying to help them get bigger and better and make them happy, we rather just take. And if you end up getting into this category, woo, good luck. That's not right. That's not humane. This has been way longer than I expected, but I just felt this energy, like this passion. I don't want to sound crazy, but it feels like God was speaking to me right now. God was telling me to record this, because most of the time when I record my episodes and my TV things or my social media, I'm not on a TV level yet. It will happen, but I just had that spirit and telling me, like, record, like, do a little documentary or do a little segment, but make it a 5-part series, a 4-part series. Probably be a 5-part series. And it's like, wow, that's real. I have these moments every now and then where I'm guided by, I know it's God's influence. I'm guided by God's words, guided by God's passion and His drive and His plan for me. I have my own plan within His plan. I want to stay on His plan, His path. So yes, I have control over what I'm doing, but I'm definitely staying in this path of where I'm going, because I trust God. Things are happening that are out of my control. When I thought I was at my lowest point in my life, I was at the lowest I've ever been, and He's lifted me up. I guess this is my testimonial, but He's lifted me up. He's got me on my feet and gotten me higher than I've ever been before, off of His love, off of His strength. And I'm not talking about, I'm not consciously talking about Jesus Christ, Buddha, Allah. I'm talking about the fact that something is helping me. Something is putting me in the right position. Something is putting me in front of people that I'm supposed to be in front of at that moment for my life. Something is making my heart beat. I'm not at night sleeping telling my heart beat, beat, beat. Something is doing that for me. And I value my life so much that I appreciate and love anything that is allowing me to be alive. I love life so much that whatever is controlling my life, whatever is created me, I love that with all my passion and all my life. I do it for that person, that entity, that spirit, that nature, that whatever it is called in anybody's, for that whole, for that circle, for that whole, that circle of life, whatever is in control over that. I am forever thankful for that. I have a very few amount of friends and people in my life who've known the struggles that I've gone through, but the fact that I'm right here, right now, for the world to see, and I'm scratched up, bruised, but I'm still here. gone through hell, but I am surely living in heaven. And I would be so selfish, I would be foolish. It should be a sin for me to not even help someone else see this. Bring up my family, bring up my brothers, bring up my sisters. Bring up every person that is in need of guidance, in need of help. I don't preach, I don't enter somebody's life with the conscience and the will and the know about of, hey, I want you, God. I'm not the most technical with religion. I didn't grow up in a religious household. I grew up in a religious family, not household. So I don't know the ins and outs of a book. I don't know the ins and outs of a system that teaches you how to think and live a good life. I don't know it, but I do know my life and what has happened in my life and what I've gone through and what I've survived from. I've lived in life or death situation with the person in control, me. I was in control at that moment. Something took me out of that control, and I'm here today. So whatever that something is, I am following that for the rest of me. And from all my heart, I know it's God. This has been my testimonial. I didn't plan on this being my testimonial, but when it happens, when you get hit with that spirit, you get hit when you get hit. And this is my moment of being hit, and this is my new documentary, my 5-part documentary. I just created it on the spot. I didn't intend on creating it on the spot. This is crazy that I even have footage for this. It's like a movie, woof. 5-part documentary. I have to come up with the name for this series. It's just a 5-part series, just something short, but I had to get it out, and I really think this is the perfect time for me to give this to the world. I have so many ideas, so many plans, and I think this was God's way of telling me that this is what's next in my life. This is what I need to be pushing and really need to be going after. This is important. This is important for me to go through and for me to experience in order for me to get my ultimate dream and goal. Wow. Just can't think of a name. I guess I'll just pretty much put the name of the title at the end. I'll just end it this way, I guess. Seems like a bad way to end it, but God didn't give me this answer.